It's the 26th, and showtime, all declines have ran. So you're either in your feelings or you're inspired to kill it. Like, it's just period. And whatever it is that you are, you just need to be honest about that. And let's just get over it. And so we can make the best of this month, not in a worrying state, because that's not what we do. We don't do that. And if you are doing that, you need to pray right now that God release you in the name of Jesus, which he can and he will. You're not giving up. So that spirit of, you know what, it just is what it is. I'll just start over next month. That don't even make sense. We got all these promotions. We had spring training. So there should be a lot to talk about right now. I'm closing out my windows because open windows means too much. Oh, and I just see your message, Stephanie, so I'll get to it in a second. All right, who got something? I'm excited.
I know for me, I'm excited. It was so crazy. We were talking about where were we talking about this, Rachel? When you said Cammie said, when's the last time you did something for the first time? Was that the meeting? Well, I don't know, but we were talking about that, and that's so true because what we were saying, or what Rachel was saying, was like when you do something for the first time, like it rewrites neurons, or like it just creates another, like it just broadens your horizon when it comes to thinking or whatever. And so I'm a blue, and I'm grateful for the discipline and the routine, but at some point, like I have to splash something in there or mix it up, or I just become so like with the routine. And so this weekend, I went up to Chicago for a couple of days, and like it was just so refreshing to like dream. Like it made me super, super excited, and it allowed me to remember why I work so hard and why I do the things that I do. Like it was just super, like, I don't know, like it was just rejuvenating. And I didn't even do much. Like it was just like, even just being in a position to be able to just up and do, up and go to Chicago, like not have to worry about, if I have time off, just not having to worry, like having the choice to not buy things. So you know how we were downtown on the strip, and it's so many shopping places that you can go in and spend your money, and not being in the place of I don't have it, so I can't get it. It's like, no, it's just not smart. So I'm not, like, being able to choose and decide to not buy things instead of being in a position of lack. I don't know, like get out there. Well, maybe not get out there because it is COVID still going on, but like just do something, like spice it up. I know Pam, she always said, like, if you're not having fun in your business, it's because you're not fun. Like you're not being fun, like you're being boring. If your business is boring, you're boring. So spice it up and just be re-inspired. And I know one thing I'm gonna touch on for me, like I'm a person that if I say that I'm gonna do something, then I want to like deliver on that. And so sometimes I would set goals at the beginning of the month, and I'll be at this place to where I'm not going to hit them, and I'll be down on myself. Like I'll be harder on myself than everybody else because like I feel like, I'm not gonna, reach the goal that I set forth. So like she said, maybe it might not even be I'm going to not consciously like choosing, like I'm going to slow down and just get ready for next month, but it's like a subconscious thing. And so Rachel has been saying it, and like I've just finally accepted it. Like, who cares if it doesn't happen? Like you keep fighting because at least you're closer than where you would be if you stopped right now. So who cares if you put a goal out there and it don't happen? Okay, whoop-de-doo. Still fight for it, and we're just going to continue into the next month. So I'm excited. I'm inspired. I'm ready to sign 10 DTs at least with these $39 codes by May 2nd. Like, I'm just super excited. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just rejuvenated, like just ready to go. Like, I don't know.
That's so good, Britt. Like I'm right with you. Like I'm excited. the spring training was it for me. Like I really got filled with the training. Joel spoke to my green like never before, like with the number breakdown and the power of three. I was like, yes, okay, that's it. Like I've seen it, not the breakdown before. Like I've heard the power of three, heard the power of one, but I don't know what that did. That breakdown really just put me in a different mind space. And the other thing you said I agree with was just putting in a mindset of like, yeah, it's the end of the month, the last week, the last couple of days, but anything can happen. And I serve a very real and big God. So it's like anything, nothing's impossible for him, right? So just putting myself in a mindset of doing it and getting it done. And as Rachel say, box by box, you know? So like I'm just excited. I'm like, let's go, let's do this.
Good morning. Well, first I say, Robin, I'm inspired by you, first of all, because you have such a story of just perseverance and longevity, and just to see how you just killing it, just amazing. So I'm over here like praying, like Diamond, thank you for just being you. But I was thinking about like, when I was thinking about declines, especially when we have such a large number like this, it reminds me the importance of communication and truly building loyalty with my customers. And so it's not by chance that they call our program loyal customer programs, because we're building loyalty. And just that reminder that if I can create true loyalty with my customers, there will always be growth if people are always ordering, even if it's just the current people. So it's just reminding me that, am I slowing down and talking to my customers? Am I teaching that to my team? Right? Or am I just so anxious, right, to get the order in that I'm not slowing down and talking about the program and talking about the idea that there will be an order next month and all of those things. But I'm just reminded how important showing up to customer care night in that thank you card and just those little things. Because what builds a sustainable business and a residual business is customers that continue to order. If we don't have customers that continue to order, then it's like a paycheck to paycheck type of business where a new customer after a new customer is just replacing my declines type of thing. And so I'm just reminded in this space, and I'm glad that we did this task, because it made me reflect and say, is this the only time that this customer has heard from me? And if it is, it's a reflection on, not on me. Like the only time they shouldn't hear from me is when I sign them and if it's a decline. But that relationship between the customer and me should be so solid that if I have to reach out to her or him about the decline, it's not awkward, because I did send a Monday message to them saying, how's it going? I did send the connect messages asking if they got their products and all of those things. So it takes away the awkwardness of the conversation when I'm actually conversating with my customers. So it was a good way for me to be a reflection. Not only am I doing it, but is it being duplicated amongst my organization? So I don't know about you guys, but if you looked at your declines, even if it's just one, it really helped me to look in between the lines and say, you know, what's the opportunity? Is there opportunity in my teaching to my new distributors coming in? Is there opportunity in how I'm communicating or how I'm sharing the loyal customer program? And so I'm just reminded that it really is amazing to have a residual business, because what I did in 2015 when I started, I can still get paid on it today if I build the loyalty in the customers. And I think that is what's so amazing. So I did the reflection piece, and I said to myself, okay, the customers that are declining, I'm going to take the responsibility. It's not always our fault, but I'm going to take the responsibility that I can take and ask myself, did I make sure they had the right email in? Did I actually send the connect message? Did they actually get a thank you card from me? All of those things, just to see that, man, when I sign a new loyal customer, I need them to be coming through for at least 90 days so that we can see true growth. And that true growth comes when it compounds. January's loyal customer stacked with February, stacked with March, and so on and so forth. So it's amazing how a not so an experience that you don't really want could be a teaching moment. And so I'm taking the declines, and it's a teaching moment, I think, for all of us to say, what's the area of opportunity?
I think it even goes further to say, like, being okay with saying it is my fault. Like, I think that's the next level of, and not fault as in like in a bad way, but where, like you said, where's the area of opportunity? How can I become more efficient and ensuring, because in all honesty, we could all check every single day to see the night before, see what orders are going to run and reach out to every single person. Do we go to those extremes? So I think the real thing is like, what is the real area of opportunity and what are you willing to do? Because some people just aren't willing to do that. And if that's the case, then you got to be okay with the fact that you're going to lose, because people aren't paying attention to emails like that. They may go to their spam, because even like what Shawana asked, like you have to go into it and say, okay, are you even getting your emails? Like, are you willing to do the investigating to find out? Did you know you could log into your account, which they might have known, did you know you could log into your account? Did you know that, do you even know your ID number? Like some people don't even know their ID number. Do you know how to go in and change the date, change the product? Like you don't have to just let your orders decline. And so that's in all honesty, if you see certain distributors whose loyal customers are declining and they're declining too, why didn't they change their auto shipment? Like, why is your auto shipment even declining? Do you know how to change your website? Does everybody in here know how to change the date on your website? You can change the date that your website runs from your account. A lot of people have no idea where that even is in eSuite because it's not in your regular auto shipment place. And so asking those questions and kind of just taking responsibility to say, you know what, I am at fault, and not necessarily neglect, but area of opportunity, like you said. Yep.
What's up, fam? What's up, squad? I'm gonna jump right on in. Rachel told me to do this like a long time ago, y'all. Like for real. I'm so excited though, but a long time ago. This is a good segue though.
It's a little trifling that we just hearing about it.
I know Rachel's over like, what is?
It's okay. It's a little trifling that we just now hearing about it, but I'm glad you're gonna share it today, and then we can do a training video on it. All right.
Stop, Rachel. You're not supposed to jump in and get me already. Don't do me like that. Yeah. I guess she does know what I'm talking about already. So me and Rachel had talked one time, and I showed her like some of my customer care methods that I do. And I know some people may say it's kind of like old school, monotony, whatever, but I just wanted to show this one right here because before I got on the call, I was talking with one of my loyal customers who's been with me since day one, like maybe a few months after I joined the business. And I'm just going to show you. I know y'all can't really see this, but on the date on here, it says 8/24/18. So this is one of my loyal customers. I put everything down on a card. I write their name down. I take the date that they signed. I write their ID number down. I write down their password. I write down a goal that they have. I put that on the card as well. I have all their information, their email, everything that you need, date of birth, everything. And so I just got off the phone with this particular person, and they order every single month. Like she has not missed a month in almost 3 years since she's been. I'm talking about not just one thing. She'll buy 4 products a month. She'll buy something outside of the auto shipment. She'll continue to talk. She knows to contact me, even if she doesn't know how to go in to do it. I have their information so that I can go in and do it. And no, it's not easy. No, it's not a simple thing where you can just put the customer in and then just forget about them. You have to definitely set it in my calendar where I put reminders like 5 days prior to. That's when they're supposed to get the email before the shipment runs. And then so I keep track of it. Like Rachel says, I'll call them. I'll send the text message out. It does take a little tedious time. It does. You just even if you go through your Connect, you still got to go in, tap it, send it, bam, bam, and send it through. But just to show that the customers, if you send out the thank you cards, I like to get thank you cards out at least the month right after they sign. So that following month, we get the thank you cards out. It's just showing going that extra mile to help your customer, because without our customers, we don't have a business. So what we want to do is just make sure we keep track of that, that you can go in and do that for your customers. They'll text me and say, hey, Damon, can you just make sure you order me this, bam, bam, let me know what it is. And then we go on from there. But it's just the customer care that keeps everything going. And it makes your business exciting. It makes you hold yourself accountable to, like Rachel said, when are you running your auto shipment? When are they running theirs? Changing your website. So a lot of declines, I don't have a lot of them because I can move when their auto shipment is going to run. If they say, Damon, you know what, this month it was kind of hectic. Can you push me back? Did you know that you got one free skip month within the 90-day period, like they without any penalties? Stuff like that you need to know for your customers. And it just keeps your business exciting. It keeps you more engaged. It keeps you more in tune with actually your business and holding everything accountable. So that's exciting for me on my customer side, because I definitely like to keep my customers. I'm excited, man. That training call was off the chain. Rachel, you were amazing on there. You look great too. I was like, oh yeah, that's my fam right there, y'all. Y'all see her represent. She on there. You see that, the face of color. She's giving it to them. And so it's just amazing to see how much the company is doing for us and what they want to see us achieve and grow. It's just not all about it's not all about themselves. It's not all about just what they want to achieve in their life. They want to see so much for us, and they're giving us every tool, every opportunity, everything we need is right at our fingertips. It's just like mind blowing. I did a one-on-one with David this past weekend, and was showing him how to go through his boards, make sure he had all the boards. I even took time and walked through his hosted post with him and answered all. And then all of a sudden he was like, Damon, this is so easy. And it was like, it kind of is, but just to see the delight in a new distributor on having all these tools been ready at their fingertips to help grow their business, help grow them. It's just amazing to see just in this short 3 years I've been in the business, how this business has come so far and how you've grown even in your mind and even in the business. It's just amazing. It's super excited for what's to come and what God is going to do for our team as well.
That was so good. That customer care really just that's taken it to a whole nother level. Like when you think about it, and it's funny, I remember I've been in the industry for a long time, and that was like one of the things, like from a top leader in the industry, it was, and I probably have one somewhere, the index box with your cards, with your customer care. That's like Chick-fil-A level, right? Like when Chick-fil-A got the best service. So I'm definitely going to take heed of that tip. And it's funny because Rachel kind of talked about when she opened up talking about declines, and you either are going to be discouraged and you're going to be, inspired to push, because when I looked at my declines, I was like, wait, hold up. Hold up, wait a minute. Like what happened? Because this ain't where I was supposed to be on the 25th of the month, but it's okay, right? Like, let me figure out what I can do and not stress about what I can't fix. Right. And I think a lot of times we stress about, I can't go into someone's bank account and make the money be there. Like, I just can't. Like, I can follow up with them and see, do they have another card? But at the end of the day, I can't stress about that. It's just a matter of, all right, now I know moving forward what I need to do. Like, okay, this is, and it goes back to what Rachel has been preaching since the beginning of the month. It's back to the recruitment, right? Like it's going back and continuing to add new life and new blood into our businesses. And I think we get so stuck on not wanting to let go. Like we just don't let go. Like we don't let go. You have people in place and you don't release them, and sometimes it comes to the loyal customers. And I'll be honest with me, I know that is an area of opportunity, because we're so focused on the next goal, or so focused on knowing what we have to secure more, right? Like it's going back to those steps. And I know that is a big area of opportunity. And I think this is probably one of the first months that I was like, okay, yep, that's an area of opportunity where I need to go back and I need to do check-ins and do those emails, checking in to see how are they liking their products. Because not only the declines, but it's who's stopping their orders, like who's not continuing to order, because that's what we want them to do. We want them to continue to order. We want them to find something that they introduce into their lifestyle, not just for the 3 months, but beyond, to have customers like you, D, that's ordering for 3 years. And I have customers that are like, yeah, I've never even opened that product. okay, but why? Right? Like, why? Let's talk about that. And I know that that is an area of opportunity, but I love the idea that you have. I love the tediousness of it. And I think a lot of it, we look at it as a social media, we do everything from our phones. But you know, sometimes you do have to go pen to paper. Like, all right, so you can see it. Like, let me see it. I need it in my face. Because if it's in my face, and I'm pulling these cards every day and I'm looking, then I know. And sometimes it's a matter of picking up the phone. Like picking up that phone and hear and letting someone hear your voice. And not just sending an email. You know, I have I have 90,000 emails in my inbox. 90,000, right? Like, so how many people are signing up and they're using junk emails that they let all their junk mail go to? So they're never getting those messages. So it's just a matter of, again, that pivot and a perspective shift, right? Like we got to shift perspective in how are we reaching out to our customers at the same time going to, you know, like acquire new customers and new distributors and different things like that. So that was really good. Thank you for that. Yeah, it's just taking that extra step, like Rachel said. Like, what are you willing to do? It comes down to like, what are you willing to do? You know, how much of a level of excellence are you willing to perform at when it comes to being a business owner? Because I know for me, where I'm at right now, like I really have to do better on the clerical side and really just like run a business. Like, you know, like I'm not an employee. I'm not a worker, you know, person. Like, yes, I do my own work, but it goes beyond just getting the recruitments in, getting the enrollments in. Like you run a business. So you, just like when I was at the pharmacy, I had to do calls for refills. I had to do calls for when people didn't come pick up their prescriptions before we put them back. Like just the things that you have to do behind the scenes. So yeah, it just comes down to what are you willing to do, and how much of a level of excellence are you willing to perform at as a business owner in this realm.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, you could do that. Or maybe if you could find the sizing ones, because some do have the half one. That's true. Demond, do you have a Rolodex or you just carry your stack like you was before? Yeah, he carries a stack. Yeah.
Look, you see the Rachel, this whole stack is just like crazy. And I try to put them in a different spot as well. Just to make sure I keep them. But man, this stack is like crazy. I'm like,
you
yeah,
might
like
be
you said, I
able to.
probably
They
need to
actually
really
might
put them in a
have a.
Rolodex.
Oh, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're fine. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My
No, I was
bad.
just saying, no, I need to really find something. I really need to find something to put these in because it's becoming a whole lot of them. But at least I get a chance to go straight to them. I even have them in the chronological order when they everything is right there. So when I go on eSuites, I can just tap it and go right to them and say, okay, bam, okay they sign right here. Let's get it together. But like you said, it is tedious. But like Stephanie was saying, this I talk to my customers at least 2 or 3 times a month. Like even if I just send out a text, like, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Are you good? How's life going? Especially you can keep up with your customers on Facebook and just really get to know them. Rachel has been highlighting the book with John Maxwell about many communicate, few connect. But that is a key thing about how you connect with your customers is so key, and how you connect with people. Even on Facebook, like Rachel says, always engage with them. If they're your customers, just tap in and say, hey, how's your life going? Or try to keep up with them. It does take a little bit more time. But pay for it now, pay for it later. Put your time in so that you can definitely be with your customers longer. And then that I know I have some customers that say, Demond, you know what? This relationship has really grown from just being a business to where you were a customer and I was a customer. Like, wow, it's like I really know you. It's like, wow. And that's just a time. That just comes over time. We always want stuff like Stephanie said, next month we got to get more customers. We know that. We know we need more customers. But what are you going to do with your existing customers and things that each month or where you can generate to where they continue to stay with you and help grow your business more and more. So
you can't grow if you're not retaining, though. That's the thing. Like, so if you're not retaining your customers, you're never going to grow. That's period, which is why most people are always behind, which is why we talked about this at the beginning. And I want to go back to that whole it's tedious thing. Perspective is everything. Stop saying that. Like, do not say that. It's not tedious. It's not tedious, because if you feel like it's tedious, then your posture towards it is going to be bad. So it's not tedious. It is worth it. It is something that is going to grow your business. It is awesome. And it'll be awesome until we create a system that is better. You get what I'm saying? So yes, it's not tedious. It's not. We're going to stop saying that, all of us. Even though you may feel like that, we're not going to speak that, because if you feel like it's tedious, you won't do it. Just period. Or you'll do it for like a month and then you'll be like, this ain't for me. So we're going to shift that. Devon, I do know that they do have boxes for note cards. So I'm wondering if I have to go look at an Office Max or something like that. And when I go get my cards and we go through the training and stuff like that, I think it'll make it easier for us to develop, because it'll be several minds coming together. So I think that's amazing. And we're excited to hear all about that, so that we can get started on taking care. And I'm even thinking beyond this, when a distributor quits or whatever, or not work in their business, you can easily pull out a card, maybe write their name in a different color, put a little star on it, so you know you didn't personally enroll them, but this is somebody that you have adopted, and then putting them into the rotation, and maybe having a section where no longer ordering, still ordering. This is great. We'll definitely go through this. I'm excited that you finally. It's okay, because I could have been pushing you to do it, but I'm glad you decided to finally share it, so that everybody can adopt something like this, because I think it'll tremendously help the people who desire to grow. Because that's where it comes into play. It's who desires to grow, who's willing to do the work in order to retain. And to be honest, I love Connect, but Connect has a lot of developing to do, and it can sometimes cause issues. So should you use the messages? Absolutely, use them, but it doesn't update if the customer's order declined. You still sending, hey, thank you for your order, but they didn't get an order because they stuff declined. So we got some work to do with that. And I don't know, I've been trying to get into the room. So if I can get into the room, I will highly help them figure it out, because that would be the best ever. I don't think it takes away from the cards, because the cards still show everything. You don't know everything just based on Connect. You don't know what they ordered. You don't know, all the information is on their card. So I think that's great. That's great. I'm loving it.
Hello. Okay. Quick thing, there is an app with note cards. How do y'all feel about the app with note cards?
Never used it, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I just looked it up, so it's an app for it. So that's something to consider. And then secondly, as far as through the process, the more we understand the process, so I would put that more on me actually digging into deeper, because I had some questions, but I never asked them. So just taking ownership of us knowing more of the process and how it works whenever we are talking to our customers, instead of just saying, I don't know, knowing more of the different options that the customers have and giving them those options. So just being more straightforward, taking a little bit more time, and us knowing more, because we don't just say, hey, we don't know, we just say, hey, do this or do that. So just being open and honest with what we do know and what we don't know. So, all right.
What app are you looking at?
I just went on, and one of them that I saw was flashcards. It just say flashcards. And then it's another one that say note cards. So I didn't get it yet. I was just trying to see you all's feedback on if we did it.
It may work for some people, but I think the visualization of it may be better for others. So I think it's going to be to each his own. Some people may like that digital aspect of it, but then others may like so they can access it all at all times. I don't know. And others may like the paper one. So yeah. There is a whole bunch of them, but not all of them are created equal. So I'm looking through them now. So you'd have to look
well, Rachel, I know for like the people who are more like visual people like me, and like hands-on stuff, they actually have stuff like at Dollar Tree or something, like the boxes that you guys were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have those at Dollar Tree too. Like I stocked up on like a lot.
Okay.
You know.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I think starting off, I wouldn't be able to do digital. I would not me personally. I wouldn't be able to do. Now on my iPad maybe, yeah, but not on my phone. Yeah, so if you have an iPad, that could be a great option. But for the phone, that wouldn't work for me. But yes, that's a great option. I love that. It's a great option. It's good. All right, what else we got? This is good. What's gonna be different than last month? I mean, I've gotten a before and after pictures from your customers.
I just asked, and it's not even one of my customers, it's one of my distributor's customers who had a decline. And she's like, well, I think I want to cancel because I'm not seeing the results that I, like was thinking that I would see. And I asked her if she had pictures and she didn't, right? Like, she's like, no, I didn't take any. I said, I'll be honest, when I started committing to the products, I didn't think I was getting results either. Like, I didn't see it day to day. I go, it wasn't until I took those after pictures that it blew my mind of the results. So she's like actually going to try to find a picture of herself before she started taking the gummies so she can do a comparison. But I think we don't ask, right? Like, we're not telling them in the beginning. We send that message, like, make sure to take your before and after pictures, but are we really following up to say like, hey, let me see your results. Let me see how you're doing. So hopefully my goal is to retain her, like to try to retain her. And even if it's not like adding something in addition to the gummies, because again, she wasn't my customer, but it's a distributor that's no longer working the business. So it's like, okay, let's talk about your goals, like, and let's see what we can do if we need to make some adjustments to what you are ordering. Yeah, I just had the same conversation with somebody, but see, the thing is, my area opportunity is being proactive with that. So I have those conversations when I'm checking in with a decline or checking in, just that once a month check in or whatever before the order. And it's like, be more proactive for the before and after picture, not when it's like you're trying to combat them saying that they don't have results. Like, let's do the before and after picture so that it doesn't even get that far. So, yeah.
It's a great thing. There was a customer who I asked last week about her before and after picture. I think when I asked her about her after picture, what it did is I asked about the after because we had already talked about the before. The after puts in her mind that I'm expecting that she should see a after result. And so then that's when she went forth and told me, like, you know what, I'm gonna start my products today. But then today it made the conversation much easier because her auto shipment declined. So last week we were talking about the before and after pictures, but when I went in to talk about the after, it kind of gave her some excitement, like, oh, this girl, she thinking I'm about to have some. She really think I'm about to have some results. The fact that she's asking me about an after picture. So when I'm going in and asking her about the after picture, that's like telling her mind the expectation. I'm like, wait, you ain't got an after picture yet? Because like you said, Stephanie, so many people do get the products and it's not that it doesn't work. It's just that it's going. And this box ends up just, and it's, it works as the first thing on our mind. It's not the first thing on our customer's mind. Unless we make it a part of their life. And so that's such a true statement. So I am looking forward to see a result from her and her auto shipment reprocessing today.
That's so good because Rachel always tells us to make sure that we can even hold our customers accountable, Keisha, just like that. Hold them accountable just like we hold ourselves accountable. And you can do it in such a way to where at the beginning we just get into a habit to say, make sure you take your before picture when we start having conversations with them. And being me as a male, when I tell a lot of my ladies about having a before picture, like I said, I don't stray away from it. I let them know that that's for their own personal use. You don't have to share them pictures with me and keep it professional. And they really respect that because, like you said, you put them in a place of accountability too. Because a lot of times I know we've been on these calls and they say, well, they saying the products don't work, and then just go right back and say, hey, have you been taking them consistently? Let's get that before picture. Rachel always say, let's get that before picture. Let me see the picture. Let's decide, does it not work? And that's not being at a place to where you can't be kind of, you don't want to be what's the word? You don't want to shy away from that, to hold them accountable. Allow your customers to be accountable. This is your product. This is what you stand behind. This is the product that you're putting out there that you're saying that works. And we want to show our customers that it does work because we know it works. Been in the game 20 years. If it didn't work, they'd have made us change our name years ago. They would have shut us down and said, oh, this don't work. But we know that it works just because we take it. And like Keisha's saying, it's not the first thing that's on their mind. So we had to really be accountable to holding them like, okay, are you taking your products consistently? Are you taking it twice a day like it says? Or did you step it up? Okay, did you do the cleanse correctly? Did you drink all your water? Did you take that before picture? Did you get on the scale? Did you take that before picture after day number 3? And I think some of the problem is he's like, I think Leandra said it too. We don't really know the process. We don't know everything. So that means we need to hold ourselves and really dig back in to understand how our products really work, and really knowing exactly what's going on. We don't have to know every product, but at least know some of your top 5. You got to at least know your 5 right there that you go to on a regular basis. And that's going to help our customers really get the results. And that's going to in return help grow our business even more and more.
Yeah, I think so that's
that's so true. I've been reaching out to my customers, and most of my customers that I have, they do stay on the program. So I have a couple of customers that's been with me from day one, and they love their product. Then I get some that taking the product, they ordered the product, been with me about 5 months, ain't never took the product. I'm going like, why are you ordering product that you're not taking? I don't understand. Well, I'm gonna start taking it. I said, well, you need to start. If you take the product works. But you got to take the product. So I don't know if they be scared to take the product or what they be doing. But today I found out one of them is on my decline list. So I reached out to her. She hadn't got back to me. But she's one of the ones just been buying the product. She's been faithful about buying it, but she hadn't been using the product. And every time I ask her, she said she's going to start, but she hadn't started. So I don't know. I guess she likes storing up product. I don't know. But the other thing I want to say is, even though I'm not where I thought I should be at this part of the month, I am still faithful that the Holy Ghost gonna show up and show out. So I'm just in expectancy for what he's gonna do, because God, and God, as Michael Todd said, he gonna show up and show out. So I'm just waiting on him, even though I'm not where I wanted to be. Doesn't matter. He knows where I need to be. So I'm good. So that's all I had.
I was gonna say, I definitely agree with that. But I think what happens is our confidence comes from our experience. So with the products and the results and getting the before and after, it's like, if you don't have your own, then it's going to be harder for you to ask for somebody else's. And so using your products that you run on your auto ship, it just goes hand in hand. So like with me, nobody can tell me that the products don't work, because I have pictures of my own and I use them every day. So like, if somebody says it doesn't work, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? Like having those questions, like, are you doing this? Are you taking it twice a day? Are you, drinking the water? Like, what are you, what is really happening? Because for me, it's working and this is what I'm doing. And so just really having that sense of confidence in the products through experience, I think is going to be key. So getting that experience using your products all the time, because like I have people that hit me up in the inbox all the time, like, hey, I seen you went live on this. What's to this, you know, or what are you using that for? So really having that accountability with yourself, so then you can go to your loyal customers and saying, you know, well, I use this. This is my experience. Versus just showing pictures of other people. I think it really hits home when you have it of your own.
Yes, Robin, you are so good with your pictures. I definitely need to get better. But because I use my products, like you said, like nobody can tell me like it doesn't work. Like it really goes into when they, you know, say whatever they say, it goes into a conversation and it like exploratory questions, like what are you doing so that I can get you either on the right track or get you on the right product. But really it goes back to, do you care about your customers getting results? Like if you care and like you're really in it for them and you're really trying to help the next person, you're going to be on top of them because you really truly desire for them to get the results. So it's like, are you in a place to where it's like, I need a customer, or are you in a place of who can I help with these products? Because if you're in a place of helping somebody and really truly caring about them getting results, you are going to hold them accountable. You are going to ask them for the before and after picture. You are going to check in on them and make sure that they've opened up their products and started to use them. So just where are you thinking? Like, is it all about you, and gimme, and I need a customer and I need volume? Or is it, who can I help? Who can I bless with these products that I have?
I just wanted to step in and agree with that. Like they really have to see you using your products. I don't even take my products unless I'm on live, because I feel like that's almost a waste of taking the products. Like people need to see us actually using them and know that, one, they taste good, and two, that they work and that we stand behind our products. So there's nothing out. We got what, 50, 60 products. The only thing I haven't personally tried is carb control. But I've tried every single product that we have, and like everything works. And I go live showing people that I'm actually taking them. And usually when I do that, my loyal customers, they've been loyal for a long time. And whenever I pop up with something new, they're like, okay, we haven't talked about that yet. Put that on my auto ship, or let me place an extra order for that. Like they watch our lives, y'all, and please don't be scared to go live. Like they need to see you taking your own product. I can't stress that enough. That's been a huge part of my personal business is, I get great energy from my lives from the dang on products. Like the products give us the energy. I drag in the morning without this stuff. So, I mean, I'm drinking some stuff right now. Like get yourself a cute glass, order you some drink umbrellas and some fancy straws, and take these daggone products in front of them. And don't be shy. You in your house by yourself. I mean, it's almost like you're looking in the mirror while you live. Like nobody sees you. You're not standing in front of a crowd of 500 people giving a graduation speech or nothing. Like it's simple. They will order as long as you're consistent, and they will consistently order when you're consistent. That's it.
Hey, hop in there. Woo. Okay, dive in real quick. So one of the things I want to share with you guys is, so during this month, I had a moment, I was like, dang, I got stagnant. I'm like, I got before and after pictures, you know? But what I had to check with myself was take some new before and after pictures, because I've been sharing my before and after pictures. And I know we talk about it, take new before and after pictures each month, but in the moment, you could consistently change your time frames. Go find a picture of yourself from a year ago. Go find yourself a picture of yourself from 2 weeks ago. Go find a picture 6 months ago. And so I took new pictures, and just being just like our customers, just being able to do that and see some different results and new results, it's like it encouraged my heart even more. So then it's like that fuels the fire, y'all. Like I agree with everything everybody been saying. Be consistent with your products. Go live, be loud about it. But at the same time, if my best friend didn't tell me about these products, I don't know where I would be. So that fuels the fire for also sharing this business, because there needs to be more people who can earn income from this by just sharing it. And there's so many people who need the products that we have, and showing that passion and being loud about it. Like, oh my gosh, you gotta be loud. And it was just something for me. Like, and so then as soon as after I took the pictures, boom, here go 4 customers, So it's just, y'all be loud, share, and continue to encourage your heart by getting different and new results. Like, that's what helped me this month.
What's going on, squad? Did we get quiet? What's going on? Am I on delay? Talk to me.
Stephanie just sent me where she is. She said, "Don't ever have no clothes on." All right, listen. From one non-clothes wear to the other, you just gotta make yourself put on clothes. Because I just take pictures in my panties all the time, every time. Because for me, it showed what was really there. Okay, clothes kind of cover it up still. I'm just in a little bikini. I can see if my stomach is really, what's really doing. But I had to stop.
Take them clothes off. I'm scared.
You said what?
I said take them clothes off. Don't be scared.
You can't. No, keep them on because they won't get approved. It works as not approving that. Girl, you can't wait on nobody to call on you, Jesslyn. Girl, you better unmute and talk.
Hey y'all. So loyal customers and stuff like that. So this past month I had somebody become my loyal customer and she wanted to place her order over the phone. So since it's over the phone and sometimes connection is not always the best, I'm constantly repeating like, what is your address and all this different information. So I asked her several times what was her email address. And so once I thought I clarified it correctly and I entered it, and so she was like, yeah, that's right. Ended up finishing up the other information. And then it ended up not being correctly. So one of my uplines contacted me, was like, Jesslyn, your new loyal customer, her email address is not correct. And you signed her up, to get the updates about new products and stuff like that. She was like, you're going to have to, get that changed. You're going to have to follow up with her and get that changed. And I was just like, how did this even happen? Because I was trying to clarify several times, like, okay, is this the right email address? And she kept telling me yes. So I had to reach out to to her and just kind of really explain. I was just like, I pretty much just had to, I felt the need to apologize to her because like, even if somebody is your loyal customer or whatever like that, they're a person like you are. Like, people have things to do. Like, you don't ever want to feel like you're unnecessarily inconveniencing someone. And I felt like I was inconveniencing her, even though I was trying to clarify the information. And so when I reached out, I was like, okay, so what's going to happen is me and you were going to have to get on the phone with customer support, but I can't speak because it's not my account. She was like, okay, I understand. And so I kind of walked her through everything. But then even after, I was like, I apologize for the inconvenience. And she was so chill about it. I was like completely shocked because I was like, I was happy that she was chill, but I was like, what if she wasn't? Then I would have been like, okay, I just need to take my accountability to a whole nother level, because I was like, she could have easily been, upset or pissed off or whatever like that. But she was so chill. She was like, thank you for reaching out to me and stuff like that. So I was like, I could have freaked out about the situation, but in actuality, I was like, I just need to step my level of accountability up and really show myself some grace, because it's like, we're going to make mistakes sometimes, even with our loyal customers and things like that. But you really have to show yourself some grace, because there's a reason why a person wants to, purchase products from you, or they want to be in business with you. They see something in you, that maybe sometimes we don't see in ourselves. So I just kind of, had to like reevaluate some things, but I thought I'd share that with y'all.
That's so good. I actually had something like that happen to me. I was putting in a customer, and for some reason the email was incorrect. And so just going back to her and say, hey, I apologize for the inconvenience, but let me make sure I have the right email address. Just that simple. And she gave me the right one. I was like, okay, for some reason that's not what I have. Let's go ahead and fix that. Either I can walk you through how to fix it, or I can, you can give me your password. I can fix it real quick for you, but I don't want you to miss out on the communication. So it's just having that professional outlook on it. And like, we're human, things happen. Like, don't beat yourself up. Like, if you hit a G instead of an F, like, it happens. You know what I'm saying? So just be in the mindset of solution versus like, oh my God, I messed up, it's gonna be the end of the world. So just keeping that in the forefront of your mind to like rectify the situation and say, hey, I'm here to fix it. So good job on just not beating yourself up. It happens, and they're gonna be okay. So good job.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on the loyal customer. So when you actually reach out and you're like consistent with your loyal customers, I have a lot of my loyal customers on Facebook. When you're actually consistent with them, regardless of what's going on, they will actually be there for you. A lot. I don't know if anybody saw, but I had a death in my family this week, and a lot of my loyal customers, regardless of you could, a lot of my loyal customers has been reaching out to me, and it's like more when you have a loyal customer, it's more like their family than they're just a customer, and it meant a lot to me because they was like, we're so sorry. And I'm like, hold on, that's a customer on my live. Or that's because like I haven't been going live about my business. I've really just been going live as far as reaching my family because I get tired of repeating the same thing. So they've been reaching out, and that meant a lot to me as far as me having my business, and my customers now see that I'm human just like everyone else. I go through stuff just like everyone else. And one of my customers came to me and she said, she wasn't a customer yet, but she signed up with me just the other day. And she said, I always thought that you was a fake page because I would see your posts and I would see your live, but I always thought that it was a scam. She said, it wasn't until you posted about the death of your grandmother that it actually made me realize she is real. She's human and she goes through stuff just like everyone else. And that meant a lot to me personally because I have been struggling with getting customers and signing distributors. But people to now reach out to me, it means a lot. So just stay consistent because as long as you're consistent with your lives and you're consistent with your business, it will literally come. Like right now, I haven't really been working. But my customers know if they need me, I'm here. Like customers been messaging me left to right about products, and they message me at the end of it, but we know that you're going through stuff. But when you get a chance, can you put my order in for some gummies, or can you put my order in for some fat fighters? I want it. They will come. You just have to be consistent, y'all. Like I've been in this business going on 7 months, and I'm really seeing the change.
That's so good. All right, we only got 5 minutes left. So, ooh, that was, that's good, Leah, because at the end of the day, it's the consistency. And I think what it all boils down to, I think it's great what you shared, and that you're showing up. But if you won't show up, make it worth your time. You know what I'm saying? Work the business. Like, ain't no point of being here and not getting what you came for. So I love that. So go the extra step. If you're going to show up, get some results for it. Hopefully, I was going to share with you guys about if you're not following along on Transformation Church, last night was really good. I think it's very good for our team to grow in that area. So if you haven't watched it, take some time to check it out. If you have questions, we are here, but you should first seek your spiritual counsel. That should be the first place that you seek. And if not, or afterwards, if you still have more questions, we're here to help you with what we know. And I'm never going to give you something I don't know or an opinion. If I don't know, I do have somebody where I can get some information if you have questions. So take some time to do that. It's going to be a great week. I love the whole customer care ordeal. I think another thing that I could do is actually check in with the people that I sent their thank you cards, because some of my customers will text me and say, hey, I got it. But a lot of them don't. So I could actually send a message like, hey, I sent you a thank you card. Did it come? Something along those lines, just to increase the communication and open up that door to be bothered. So yes, that's good. And they have brought back the ease of putting people into lists. And so that's something I'm going to start doing again. You can put your customers back into lists easily on your Facebook. So you can do a loyal customer list and just click it and then just have all your customers on your timeline so you can go and engage with them. But what they said about going live is real. That's a real thing. Going live to use your products, it definitely does help you grow your business. So for sure. And it's leading out loud. It's living out loud is what we call it. You want to live your life out loud, and you just want to be an inspiration to other people. And so the real question, like Brittany said, is how can you give this week? What are you going to do to give? Because givers gain. Okay. And period. What you got?
Fam, what's that list on Facebook? You said they brought it back. Where was that at? Where was that at?
Here, hold on. I can show you guys real quick before we hop off. Hold on. I'll show you guys.
Hey, Rachel, do you know if you can do it on mobile, or do you have to be on a laptop or a computer to do it again?
Mobile. Yep, you used to only be able to do it on a computer, but which that wouldn't make it, that's not easy. So, I mean, it is, but it's not as convenient. Mobile, yes. All right, I'm gonna show y'all real quick. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Wow, family, that could be another tool we use. You saying just put all of our customers.
Oh yeah, I
into
used
that
to do it back in the day until it became hard to do it, and then I stopped doing it. So all you do is, let me just say I wanted to put her into a distributor one. Where we at? Hold on. All right, here. So I would come here. So you go to the person's page. Let me see if I can find an actual. Oh yeah, clouding my timeline today. See if I can find a customer. Got all y'all distributors on here today. Lord. Okay, I can't find a customer. Lord. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna find a customer. So let's just say I was to come here. Ashley is one of my customers. I would click where it says friends, right? And it says edit friends list. I would click that. See, I already had one that was for my loyal customers. I believe you have to create them on the computer, but once they're created, you go done. And now if I wanted to see my loyal customers, let me see if you can actually create it on here. Let's see. I don't know if you can actually create it on here. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I think you have to create it from the computer. But once you create it from the computer, you can just add them in easily. Yep. So, and then how you create them, oh Jesus, from the computer, is you would just come to, I don't know if you guys want to go through this while I'm on here real quick before we hop off here. I gotta hurry up because I got another meeting. All right, so if you go on Facebook on the computer, hold on. And so you can add them to the list from your phone, but you cannot create, from my understanding, you cannot create list from your phone. And so to create the list, I haven't done this in forever, so bear with me. And if somebody, all right, see you later. All right, so to create the list, you just go to, I might have to talk to Google, Lord. Oh, there. I don't know, guys. Hold on. So maybe they are like, it says, so from your news feed, click friends list in the left menu. It says from your news feed, click friends list in the left menu. Click the plus button to create a list. Does that make sense to y'all? It makes sense to me.
Okay, I see what they're talking about. So when you go on your page and it says friends on your page, you see it now? Okay. And they got the plus sign at the top right hand corner.
Yeah. I don't see list on there. Y'all see list? You see it, that's all that matters. I don't see list on there. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to work through that as soon as I figure it out. Preferably, thank God I already have one so I can use it, but I will work through that because I thought it would be easier than that, but clearly it's not. Maybe they still working on it. They working on it. They working on it. I'm gonna pray we go get off of here. It's gonna be a great day. Guys, there's a complete revamp coming for May. So make sure you guys have a calendar. Preach calendars and use your own, okay? Preach calendars and use your own. So if you don't have an hourly calendar right now, today, you need to go order one. Order an hourly calendar. There's 2 links in the Money Squad Launchpad. Go in there and grab the Amazon one. It's like $15. Like, get you an hourly calendar today, okay? Today. This week we have today we have the Opportunity Zoom at 7. We have, is today Monday? It is Monday, Lord. Okay, we got the Diamonds at 8. We got Power Hour at 9. and so on and so forth. Okay, so look on the calendar and show up for your business today. If you feel discouraged, reach out to your upline, do your personal and spiritual development, journal them thing out, and then get into it. And I love the perspective shift. Be excited about what's to come, not worried about what didn't happen or what has happened. Be excited about what's to come. Dear Heavenly Father, God, thank you for this team. Thank you for this space. Thank you for the shifting of our mindsets. Thank you for helping us concentrate on our customers today. God, we are thankful for our customers. We are grateful for our customers. So today, God, help us to be good stewards of those customers. Help us to retain them, Lord, because we do care about them. And so let our actions speak louder than our words. God, we thank you for the wisdom that's given on this call and all the tips, God, and we are going to implement them because without implementation, it doesn't mean much. So God, we are going to show our gratitude by implementing the things that we're learning. So God, just cover us, help us to have an amazing week, an amazing month in those who are going for promotions, reloads, or their own personal best, completing their steps, whatever it is, God, cover them in the name of Jesus. God, we are grateful for these codes, and we will speak to the whole mountaintops about what this business has to offer so that we can help other people get a glimpse of what is possible for them too. So we praise you in advance. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks, guys. Peace out.